In this video, we're going to go through the residential development calculator on landpricecalculator.com. If you're looking to buy some land to divide into multiple lots, this is the calculator that you need to use. This is what you see when you first open the page. We have our inputs up top and our outputs down below. We start with our basic land inputs. Let's say there's a piece of land that we have our eyes on and it's 3.5 acres. We know from some of our research that there is a small creek cutting through the corner of the property, leaving a quarter of the land undevelopable. We can also include land dedications that the city is going to require for street improvements. In total, we have 3.05 acres to work with, and we can see that down here. Now, this adjusted for infrastructure input field, you're not going to be able to build on all 3.05 acres. A lot of that land is going to go towards infrastructure, which is going to include new roads, utilities, sidewalks, gutters, stormwater retention, anything that the city is going to require you to put in. So a good heuristic, you can put that at 70% of that 3.05 acres. You are only going to be able to develop 70% of it because 30 is going to be sent over to the city as infrastructure. Depending on the jurisdiction and zoning, this will tell you how many lots you are able to put in, either per square foot or lots per acre. The property that we have in mind here, it's R8. We can break each lot into 8,000 square feet minimum. That comes out to be about 5.5 units per acre. Now, if we come down here, here's our 3.05 at 70%. Total buildable square feet, we're going to get 11 units out of the 3.5 acres that we started with. Going to building assumptions. What is the house going to sell for? We can either put in on a per square foot basis, or we can put in on a total house sale price. We know in my area, houses are going for $550,000, so $366 a square foot. That's assuming you're building a 1,500 square foot house. The houses around here are going to be about 2,500 square feet. We're going to put this back to $550. That means the houses are selling for $220 a square foot. Coming down to the construction inputs, what are the hard costs required to build this house? Hard costs are all of the construction costs needed to build a building. That's material and labor. This depends on the area. This depends on how cheap you can get labor. Let's say it's $125 a square foot. I'm going to move my image up to the top because down here in the corner is the maximum offer price to the landowner. We can see as this number changes, the max offer will also change. And so that's automatically updating as we're making these changes. If we're able to sell our property for more, $650, we're able to offer the landowner more. For the hard costs, either you've done construction yourself and you have a number like this, or it means you go call some general contractors and get that number from them. Find out how much permits per home cost. Permits are about $7,500 a house. Miscellaneous cost is about $5,000. Your home builder profit, if you're going to have a general contractor build this out for you, you're going to pay them about 20% of the total hard costs. As this goes down, you can pay the landowner more, but you can expect to pay about 20%. Now going down to the land entitlement inputs, we have our land developer profit. This is the person that's going to come in and talk with the city, work with the architect and engineer, get everything submitted, get everything approved. They're going to all the meetings. They're talking with the council. They're talking with the neighbors. They're fielding complaints. They're stopping fires before they get out of control. They're eating all the crap that you don't know exists. And for that, they get 15% of the final land value. And the final land value is land price plus entitlements. That will include the cost to develop the land per home. How much does it cost to put in roads and utilities? That can get very expensive. You could expect to pay anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 per lot. We can say $75,000 to get the road, utilities, and everything set up, ready for the build. Now, system development charges per home, depending on your city and county, they will charge drastically. I lived in a city where SDCs were $35,000. Where I live now, they're closer to $20,000. SDCs are fees you pay to the city so that they can maintain the roads, the parks, transportation systems. They can maintain the sewer and water systems. It's a large chunk of money that you pay at the beginning of a development. Now going down to our outputs, we have house total sale price, $550 for a total of $6 million. Our hard costs to build, it's going to be $312,000 per home. Our home builder profit, $65,000. Permit cost, $7.5. $5,000 for miscellaneous costs. All of the hard costs going in is $390,000. That means the finished lot value is $160,000. Do you see how we got there? We started with what we can sell the final product for, and that's that $550,000. We took out what it cost to build the house. We took out that $390,000, leaving us with a total value of $160,000. Now, remember, that is for the fully entitled land, which includes all of the land entitlements and the land development process. One thing I didn't mention in the total land entitlement costs, you will include your architect costs and engineering costs, stormwater costs. You'll include geotechs and surveys, transportation reports, everything that you need to get the final permits. And that is this input here, your total cost to develop per home. So that's engineering, clearing, demolition, utilities, infrastructure per home. Now we started with $160,000 for the final value of the lot. We took out our entitlement fees and the land developer profit per lot, leaving us with the max offer for each of those 11 lots of $41,000. Multiply that by 11, you get $451,000. For that 3.5 acre lot, we can get 11 houses on it, and you should offer at most $451,000. I say at most because that means your total profit is $0. Everything else is going towards the land developer profit, the home builder profit, fees, materials, everything else. And so if you want to make a profit on this development, you need to make sure this is the max number you pay. If you wanted to track other outputs, you just go over here and click. By default, the max offer price to landowner is on. And so we can just go click. And as we change these numbers, we can see how everything else changes. This is a fantastic tool to use if you are looking to develop residential real estate. If you have a large piece of land and you want to break it up into several pieces, this is the tool that you should use. Thank you, and please join me in the next one. Leave your comments and questions below. I love talking about other people's projects. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know. I'm always available. I will see you in the next one.